Welcome to Rage You Nerds. I am Mr. Cack, and I am joined by Jared and TJ. We are the nerds. We're here to rage. We're also here to let you know that we very much remember stuff that happened in 1999.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
Oh, good times. Good times. That was a fun trailer. One of the first
Shut
comments.
up, TJ.
One of the first comments that ripped off on that trailer within like the first 15 minutes of posting was, "This is a dumb reaction," or "dumb reaction." Like, cool. Nice.
Hate to
Thank
ruin
you.
your evening, bro, but that's most of them.
Yeah. If you think that one's dumb, you should try. You should
Watch the
subscribe
rest.
to the
Stick
channel
around,
and watch the
subscribe.
rest.
You ain't seen nothing yet, homeboy.
We'll show you dumb. You want to get dumb? Let's get dumb. All right. So I have a little appetizer to show you boys. It's one to see, but it's more to listen, to get us in the mindset of discussing music of 1999, which honestly, the more that I look into the year 1999, it's such a damn good year for content that
It really is.
we just kind of let this thing go by underappreciated. Like Saving Private Ryan came out in 1998, but it was still big, drawing in the theaters in the early part of 99. So there's so much going on. Okay. So let me take us to right chair.
Are you gonna show us something that's gonna make us cry?
Nope. You guys probably actually will hate this more than anything. But here, let's get a nice little glimpse into what it sounded like back in 1999.
Oh boy.
Every morning there's a halo. I know it's all if you steal my sunshine,
Ain't good enough. I'll give my world from the front to back to the wild, wild west. You wanna be with me? The better days. Snoop Dogg. Away from me. Nobody likes it when Block had a bunch of hits. Chinese food makes me sick. Say my name. No one is around. Those days.
a little bit of money, money.
Oh, I hate Las Vegas. You should die of gonorrhea and rot in hell.
A bad thing. Everybody want to talk like I got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move lips. It's a bunch of gibberish. Whoa!
Dirty word. Dirty word.
So that
Easy there, Captain America.
So that was a blitzkrieg of 90s music. But the fact that when I first heard that, just randomly found that right there, I found that on Facebook just randomly one day, 2 weeks ago, and that's what spawned me like, my God, what happened in 99? And then I dug deeper and found out this was a golden year.
Okay,
because
so-
I know all of those songs.
So I real quick, cue this up somehow while we're talking, if you can. But like, we are totally going out tonight to What's Your Age Again.
Oh, okay. And that's about the time she broke up with me.
Copyright be damned. For throwing
Nobody
out
likes
that
it when you're
song.
23.
I still listen to that song. I mean, I still listen to Blink 182
Oh, I love
like
Blink.
on my phone. Like I'll be sitting at work and I'll just be like flipping through, and all of a sudden, like What's My Age Again pops on or something, and
Bunch
Oh,
of old
damn
people
it,
watching
or-
bunch of old people watching the show right now. I was like, I still listen on my phone, and they're like,
I forgot about it, but when I heard it, it made me think about how many times I played it. But Ball Witta,
Oh, baby,
bada, bang, da, bang, diggy, 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 something like I used to, my name is Ken.
So speaking of that, one thing we have not discussed tonight as far as music was number one, that song. But 1999, Woodstock.
Oh yeah,
1999 Woodstock. And they had to stop the thing because a bunch of people said, let's set all this shit on fire. Let's take all their merch. Let's steal everything.
That is like a good encapsulation of the difference between 1969 and 1999 and where we were going as a society.
1969, people laid out there, they're in mud, they're just like, hey, who's playing, man? I know, man. We've got our 10 out there. That maybe not be what they sounded like because I can't imagine a stoner upstate New Yorker be like, hey, we're out here in the field of, that's like Peter Griffin, but Rhode Island, New York. Same thing, right? Don't hate me.
The Northeast.
The Northeast. It's a Northeast coming in. Hey, we smoked too much pot. We've done too much LSD. And we're just laying here in the mud right now, enjoying Jimi Hendrix.
I like how a Peter Griffin impersonation is like one kind of hard accent away from being a Kennedy impersonation. And I never realized it until now that Peter Griffin and Kennedy, you could kind of slide back and forth between that one and not realize you were doing that.
Nah, we promised to go to the moon.
Lois,
we're going to the moon. So if you haven't watched the show before, and plenty of you have commented on several accents that I have done, and for that I love you. Thank you for the constructive criticism. But I shall continue to do Bane whenever I want. Damn it. But accents have always been a thing of mine. I've just always wanted to do them from a long time ago, ever since I was a kid. And like, I've never even attempted to try that Peter thing or that Northeastern thing until a guy started working with us, and his name was Tom. And I think I may even said this on the show last week. But when I hear Tom, I just immediately think back to that episode of Family Guy. Tom Hanks, right? It's Tom now. And so, like, that's how I address Tom now. I'm like, Tom, I need you to come to the front. I don't know if Tom likes it or not, and I don't care. That's all I had to say. You can get off me now.
Tom, we have to make sure we stop the communists, Tom. We got to be to the moon first, Tom.
Tom, we've got to go to the moon first. We will go to the moon.
Yeah.
And then you have LBJ. It's like, all right, diddly ding dang dong, or whatever he said. I don't know what he said.
Oh, yeah. Lyndon B. Johnson, man. He really went wild with it, huh?
Got my cowboy hat. Ding.
So music from the 90s. We've already started that. Blink-182. Yes. Blink-182, at least one song of theirs was on every CD that I burned at a certain point in my life.
Yeah.
The good old days of burning CDs.
That repertoire there went through a bunch of amazing stuff. We got rid of Every Morning by Sugar Ray, which I had on my list. No Scrubs we got rid of with TLC. Otherwise, same name, same group. Beyonce is her name.
Can I say something right quick about Scrubs? Yeah. One, I know a lot of the words to the song just by heart. And I've chosen to publicly sing it to people twice. I've done a karaoke version at an RA training back at the University of Central Arkansas, which I deeply regret. And then I also did me, my friend Jared Reno, and another friend of ours decided, hey, let's all go drinking in Fayetteville one night. I guess it was when I was living here because I made it back to my house somehow. And we're like, we'll go to the karaoke bar and just have a fun time because there's a karaoke bar on Dixon Street, or just slightly off of Dixon. And I thought, okay, there's like a wedding party here, and like there's people. They seem like they're older. I'm gonna request Scrubs, and everyone's gonna join in. and not a fucking person joined in. And then I soon figured out that's not a wedding party. They're going through like a divorce. They hate men stuff, but yet they were not picking up on the Scrubs. Maybe it's because the Scrub was singing. Maybe it's because the Scrub was singing. Maybe it's because I read the room wrong and we were all much more white in there than I thought we were. But I was prepared to go Scrubs, and I went Scrubs. I was committed to the cause. And I felt like a jackass, so I then proceeded to drink even harder.
So I've got two things. I'll seize your bet and I'll raise you another. Now, this is very complicated because one of these things happened on Dixon Street at a little place off Dixon Street. It was slightly on Dixon Street, but not on Dixon Street, that we really can't talk about on the air because me and TJ, we have a certain how can I say this? Well, there might be legal ramifications.
Statute of limitations has got to have expired at this point.
Surely it does. Surely it does. By the way, if you want to, hey, welcome to Rage You Nerds. I'm Nerd Jarrett. If you want to see what me and TJ, well, welcome to Rage You Nerds. I'm Nerd Jarrett. If you want to hear about our exploits on Dixon Street between me and Nerd TJ one night, hit subscribe and join our Patreon because you got to pay for this stuff because there are lawyers and such.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Was that the night that we got that was the same night we got the ticket for like the parking?
Allegedly.
No, that was a different night. We paid. Okay, so this one I will say on record. So behind a place on Dixon, like we went to play and we parked and we had a trailer and an SUV and we parked and we took up 3 parking spaces. So I went to the little kiosk where you pay for parking. And I paid for 3, even put in the numbers Y7, Y8, and Y9 because we're parked in all 3 of these. I got a ticket from the city of Fayetteville about a month later. They're like, well, you only paid for 1. I'm like, no, I have evidence that I paid. So I contacted a lawyer friend of mine and I was like, hey, what do I need to do? Because like it was $75 for... And the guy said, and this is a lawyer, I won't say his name, but he was like, you're just better off paying it. Because if you appeal it, you're going to have to go to court. You're going to have to pay me or somebody else to come to court, plus the judge's fees, plus it's going to cost you $1,500 to dispute a $75 ticket. And that was the last time we played in Fayetteville, kids.
This has been Rage You Nerds teaching you about today's judicial system and how it's stacked against you. Join us next time, and we'll let you know some other bad stuff about your taxes. Continue, Jared.
All cops are bad, but all cops are good. Support your local Leo, except fuck them. You somehow found a way to win over and lose both sides of the coin in one fell swoop. I found a bleepy thing for that because you're like, no, don't use the bleep. You know, YouTube hates the algorithm. If you like beeping, it's like I got a trombone.
Yeah, you got to. You have to. Yes.
I got a dolphin too. I found a dolphin.
I just like TJ. I don't know how you feel about this, but this is kind of where we slip into the Kegel insanity of the show. But I like that we become Rage You Nerds, the group that said "motherfuck the police," but also respect and listen to the police.
Support your law enforcement, but
I like how he held back. He held back. He's like, I better called her racist already. I just better shut up.
We're slowly chipping away at TJ's sanity, and I'm hoping by the year 2000 we will finally have TJ broken to the point that he will just join in the insanity.
So, shall we continue?
Continue. Music, man. I love music, so I could talk about the music from the 90s just from that clip that we watched.
Here's one that we all forget, and it's my favorite song of all time. It plays on every radio station every time you turn it on, and it's Believe by Cher. Do you believe?
That was number 1 on the Billboard Top 100 or Hot 100 for 1999.
Yeah,
I feel
that's the
so
only-
high, I really
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think you're strong enough.
Right. And you know, and listen, hey, that's the first time in my life I've ever been in love, and before that, I never even thought about killing myself.
So that song's actually super relevant now if you want to make it a trendy topic, because Adam Lambert's version of singing as Cher, singing "Do you know the Muffin Man?"
Hang on, wait,
popular.
Hey, we're still live, right?
Yeah.
What are you even talking about?
Do you believe in love?
Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead. Bye. We're on the podcast.
Give your son the Cher treatment.
So what am I supposed to do? I'll just sit around and wait for you. But I got no toilet paper. She didn't say she.
She may have. TJ.
I was gonna say we need to start like a new Rickroll thing, but with the Cher song.
Yes,
I'd be down. I'd be down. I love that song, man. I love it. Do you believe? Man, I love music so freaking much. What are some other songs? Yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
I cannot. Was this on the list? Was a little BSB on the list? I didn't. That was so rapid fire. Everything happened at once. BSB, just like I don't want to. You are my fire. Was that on the list?
No, they had.
Well, it should have been.
They had NSYNC. They had NSYNC on there, but I don't think was Backstreet Boy on there.
No, I don't think it was. Anyways, I Want It That Way, which has been Pulp Fiction. It's been I Want It That Way has been so.
That's the Gimp.
That's the Gimp. I mean, like, you have that one dude from Scandinavia with long hair doing videos of like how he ain't doing videos of NSYNC that I know of, but like, I mean, how can we not forget the Backstreet Boys? You know, and this is a guilty pleasure of mine. I like Backstreet Boys. I do. Despite me being a metalhead, rock, I like it all. Backstreet Boys just vibed. NSYNC was okay. But like, how could you have a 1999 list without including I Want It That Way?
I don't know. I'm sure it was on there.
Stardom.
I'm sure it was on there.
Up next.
I was gonna say right quick. No, never mind. Continue.
Up next, we have two from a certain band that are red hot. And of the vegetable variety, Scar Tissue and Californication from the Red Hot Chili Peppers weren't on the list. But they were, I feel like, sort of iconic to getting like new fans into the Red Hot Chili Pepper kingdom. Like, a lot of people that heard that for the first time had never heard Under the Bridge, you know, or a lot of their earliest stuff, Give It Away and all that. So, Scar Tissue, I didn't like Scar Tissue. That Californication I really liked. And a lot of that is John Frusciante and his guitar work on those. TJ?
I was going to say, TJ, Scar Tissue or Californication? Which one are you going with?
I'm going with Scar Tissue.
A young Kentucky girl in a push-up bra.
All
right, well, TJ, since you answered incorrectly, the next song is for you. And I'm not even going to say the name. I'm just going to sing it to you from my heart, man. I'm just going to sing it to you. Mr. Cack, have you got a me and TJ that we could put up there?
Oh, let's see.
If you don't, it's fine. I'll wait.
No, I do. It'll be the I forgot about that.
That actually kind of works. All right, so if I look this way,
let me get rid of poo right quick.
Oh yeah, that would make this all the more gayer.
There you go.
All right, TJ, on this part, man, comes from the heart, and I know this is your favorite band of all time. Well, I just heard the news today. Seems my life is gonna change with arms wide open. No, it's not Jim Morrison. It's Creed and TJ's favorite song of all time, With Arms Wide Open.
The most overplayed. That's the one song I think the reason that people hate on Creed so much is because
agree.
the overplayment of that song Like their album Human Clay came out in 1999, and their song, oh crap, what was it? Higher
Can you take me higher?
was my
You gotta get the
was my
accent. You gotta
class
get the
was my
guttural.
class song.
Yeah, I know that wasn't that funny.
You know what? Say what you will. I'll still like listen to some Creed on my
Yeah.
phone.
You're missing one. You're missing the banger of the bangers from Creed. Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from
the edge, and I'm thinking.
And there's the echo.
I don't know why.
There's the echo to it. I'm thinking.
I just totally turned him into Eddie Vedder, which is pretty much the same person. Only
Oh,
like
man.
10 years apart.
I fucking love music. Man.
Please, there, rest his head on a pillow. Can you take me higher?
Cause the angels hurl.
Oh man, we're gonna
I
get
love
so
Creed.
much hate for this
I love
shit.
Creed.
We're
I
gonna
love
get so much
Creed.
hate for this.
And Nickelback. People that still think that they hate Nickelback, you got brainwashed. I don't
Yes,
know what
you
like
did.
the
Yes,
I,
you did.
I don't know if it's the proper use of the Mandela effect, but I want to say the Mandela effect that I most resent is the fact that we all collectively think we hate Nickelback. We don't. We love Nickelback.
No,
We love
do-
Creed.
yeah.
We love Creed and Nickelback. You just
And
wanted to
Chad Cra-
fit in. You just wanted to fit in with the cool kids. to
somebody
hate on
made
that
a
stuff.
joke. Somebody made a joke at one time that was like it made fun of Nickelback, and the rest of the world was like, ha 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 ha, ha.
It was Brian
And, like,
Posehn.
Yes, and like so, you know, one of the one of the memes on one of the videos on YouTube is a photograph. It's like, look at this graph, and it's a and like Chad Kroger thinks that's the funniest damn thing. He's like, hey, they're talking about us, whatever, and like some of their new stuff that's come out, it's like they really haven't lost it, and like. I feel like me and TJ discovered Nickelback, and we also discovered Three Doors Down because we bought their CDs at Walmart before anybody ever else did. And we were like, hey, these jams are bangers, man. They didn't say that in the 1990s. We were like, this is hot shit or something of that nature. Wow,
This
dude,
rocks.
this is good. This rocks is what we said. And like, how you remind me. You remember to listen to that going to Kansas in 1990? That was 19. Was that? No. 2001. It's 2001. But still, we were kind of like, man, this band is going places. 10 years later, we're like, man, this band sucks. We didn't really believe they sucked. We like to joke about them sucking, but they don't suck. Like, I mean, a lot of the stuff they play, like your secret, they're like, hey, you like Nickelback? Nah, F Nickelback. I don't like them. Bunch of Canadians.
You can say
but-
whatever you want, but Chad Kroger for the Spider-Man, I think it was Spider-Man 2 soundtrack.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
By the
that's-
way,
that was so
By
dope.
the way, Spider-Man 2. TJ, you know this story. So, in that song, Hero, you had Chad Kroger from Nickelback. You had Josie Scott from Saliva, who's from Memphis, Tennessee. Now, during our band days in Little Rock, not band aids, band days, I met up with a guy at a show one night that we'd known forever. He was like, "Hey, what do you doing Friday night?" I was like, I'll be home. I got to work Saturday and blah, blah. He's like, "Oh man, you got to come meet up with me here in Little Rock. We'll go into Memphis. We're going to birthday party." I was like, "Ugh, to Memphis for a birthday?" I was like, "I got to work Saturday, man." It could, I was 20, 21 at the time. Josie Scott's birthday party in Memphis. I got invited to Josie Scott from Saliva's birthday party in Memphis. And I was like, he ain't got to work. It's a true story. And I don't want to say any names. I don't want to say any names, but TJ knows most of the names from we know the guy. He had similar hair with another guy that played in a band that we won't talk about, who had several band names that we beat in a battle of the bands to go open for Blackstone Cherry and Theory of a Dead Man. God dang it. We won't say their names, but like it was
Right.
Right. This is totally foreign to anyone watching.
Yeah,
for the
this
first
is
time.
an inside joke. between me and
Unless
Jared.
this guy tunes in. And if this guy tunes in, I still don't think he'll get it. He'll just see us going, right. It's like the goddamn storks on Finding Nemo. Not the storks, the
Seagulls.
other birds.
Smash
Seagulls.
the
Yes.
game.
Mine.
Right. Anyways, so yeah, I got a chance to go to Saliva birthday party bash, and I didn't go because I saw at that point in my life, I was like, "You're going to be a hermit. Why not start now?" All right, coming up on other 1990 most memorable music list. This one we didn't talk about either, and I can't believe we didn't because it's Upside Inside Out. We're living La Vida Loca. You remember that one?
Her lips are cherry red, and her skin's the color of mocha.
Which
She
means dark lit
will
chocolate.
wear you out, living la vida loca. There was another song, not by him, but by what I perceived as his spiritual rival, and it was Enrique Iglesias, and it was Bailamos, let the rhythm take you over, Bailamos.
Yo quiero Taco Bello.
I always said Yo quiero Taco Bello. All right, good. We're related.
Hey, wait, hey, single shot on me. Gracias, Iglesias. That's it.
My wife, when we were dating, she had a car, and none of my cars ever did this, but her car, the radio, it had a little digital thing on it, and it would like scroll every now and then. It would scroll if like the radio inputted the song name or whatever properly. It would scroll through there. And Bailamos came on. I go, I think this is Enrique Iglesias. She's like, I don't think it's Enrique Iglesias. And almost as soon as she said that, Enrique Iglesias scrolls across her little digital dashboard. I go, bet you feel like a real asshole. Like, don't you dare question me ever
By
again.
the way, since I've been learning German, there's certain things about the Spanish language and Italian and other Latino languages that are very romantic. You know, we dance, bailamos. Not so much in German. We dance. We're dancing.
I just
wanted to pass that along.
I appreciate that German is super angry. Just like, there's not a way to do that chill.
It's not
It's just
angry. It's aggressive. It's just aggressive. It sounds aggressive. It's not angry.
potato angry. Whatever you say, brother. Like,
Just because I want to say, something so simple as I love you. What? I don't even want to say it.
I don't know. I just think of like Rammstein, and like their song about their heartbreaking is "Mine Heart's Brut." Like, and then just like the weird industrial sound behind it.
So that's something I've never understood. It's like, how did it get to like, we're rocking out here in America, and like the rock gets to Germany and the rest of the world, and they're like, yes, let's add keyboards. Yes. Because rock is good, but we need a little bit of. I felt like Du Hast was that way. It's like Du Hast, Mish, and you're like, yeah, it's angry. But then in the background, you hear the, and then when it breaks into that heavy thing, and it's like, who? Fi's a keyboard player.
TJ, do you have any music songs you would like to incorporate into this fun journey?
It's in Deutsch.
Or you don't have to be German for it.
Good, because I
Nine
don't want to be
Deutsch.
German.
TJ,
How about-
did you like Jumper by Third Eye Blind?
We saw that live
Yeah, we did see them live.
in Fayetteville.
Oh.
Yeah, old Barton, not Barton. Barnhill.
Barnhill. I'm sad that like
Third Eye Blind and Tonic.
Fayetteville's weird now because like everything goes through JJ's.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know. TJ, Give me a 99 song that you like right now.
Mud Shovel.
Oh.
Would you like to go off on a mud shovel riff?
Okay. Hello, Brian.
Here we go. Here's another wait and lead.
Oh, TJ,
That was, oh man.
TJ, you seem
TJ's
very
throwing out
thematic with your choices.
Stained and Slipknot. TJ is like dark and ready to kill people.
All right, here's another one. It's not so dark. Lit up.
Wait, what'd you say?
Lit up.
Lit up.
Oh.
Buck Cherry.
Yep. And yes, I'm all reared up again. I'm the cocaine. I'm the cocaine. They tuned in Open G, didn't they?
They tuned in all sorts of stuff. But I mean, Incubus, Make Yourself album came out in 99. Had oh crap, what are some of the songs on it?
Pardon me? No, that was later. Incubus used to be good.
No, Pardon Me was 1999.
Was that 1999? Holy crap.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm throwing this pen away. I feel old.
So let's see. Wisconsin Death Trip, Static X first album comes out in 99.
Oh wow.
What about
Yeah.
hey, what about Spider Zombie and the something 5000?
Power Man 5000. I don't know when they came
you
out.
ready to go, Am? You know what else came out in 1999 though? Hey now, you're an all-star. Get the game on. Go played.
That doesn't seem like TJ wants to talk about Smash Mouth.
No, but I got 3 left on my list, so I'm gonna get them out there.
Fair.
I'm incorporating it in while TJ thinks.
No, you go ahead.
So the other one, Nookie, Limp Bizkit. Remember Limp Bizkit?
Mm-hmm.
I did it all for the Nookie, so you can take that cookie and stick it up your.
Yeah.
That's a dolphin sound. And the last one on the list, TJ, after this, it's all free in game for you, whatever you want to say. This is the song at the Ozark Public School that you always heard on Kisser. And you're like, that grooves. And they said the band name. You're like, that's stupid. Everything You Want by Vertical Horizon. What a stupid band name. What a stupid, stupid band name. 2-word band names piss me off anyway, because I always thought like you have 1 word or you have 3 words. You know, Third Eye Blind, cool. Metallica, cool. 2-word, well, okay, all right, I mean, that's fair. Leonard Skinner, you know, all that stuff. But like, they didn't even try. What do you want to call the band name? They probably smoked a lot of pot. Vertical Horizon, man. I didn't like it. I never liked it. I did like that song, and if you'll notice, that was their only single. Nobody's heard from them since. You know why? Stupid band name.
TJ, I am curious about more of your favorite songs from 99 because Jared's list is very much in line with what I preferred in 99, which is mainstream sex appeal. Because I was listening to all the things on radio at that time.
Yeah, I wasn't listening to a lot of stuff on. I mean, I listened to Limp Bizkit, Machine Head, Seven Dust, Incubus, POD, Fundamental Elements of Southtown came out in 99. So, you know, gotta love that album.
I haven't thought about POD in probably since 99.
Yeah,
because
it's been a while for me too.
Because they had a song in Little Nicky whenever Little Nicky came out, which was, 2000 something?
3? 2 or 3? Maybe?
That feels right, but if I'm being honest with you guys, 2000 to, let's say, 2008...
kind of a blur.
It's just like an amalgamation of all of that stuff kind of feels the same.
Yeah.
I knew from 2002 to 2008, I started to grow my hair out. And then from 2008 to 2012, I had long hair. And that's all I remember.
I remember 2005 is when I started having Netflix delivered to my PO box at college. and it's also the year that me and my roommate in college had Saving Private Ryan playing on his surround sound entertainment center thing that was probably a violation.
Revolting.
like 24/7. We just left it running and just would go to class and come back. It's like, it's just you hear the machine guns going off and them charging the beach. It's just like, all right, we're back.
That was a great movie too. That was 1998 though.
Yep. But gosh darn it, it was still there in '99,
All right.
taking up the
So
box office.
TJ, do you have anything else?
No.
So, Mr. Cack, if you'll allow me, unless you don't have anything else.
No, I had trivia, but I'm also fine skipping trivia because I really got caught up in the TV or the movies and music of it all, and I feel like we brushed through my allotment of time in my mind. I was thinking, and I'm totally cool with that.
So,
But yes, what do you got?
I have got, we'll call this a year in review, 1999. I've got 24 things that I'm going to throw out, and we can discuss them or move on. And how I'm going to do that is throw it out there,
Mhm.
and if neither one of y'all say anything, I'm going to move on to the next one.
Okay.
If y'all start to talk, we can talk. So are we ready? And this is chronological. Chronological. Are you ready? Now, one of these, several of these things kind of like changed the shape in what we know now in the world. So January 1st, 1999, the euro currency is officially introduced. Moving on. They're like, cool.
No.
No. January 4th. This will get a row. Former pro wrestler Jesse Ventura is sworn in as governor of Minnesota. I think
And
even
he
the
chose
kids-
Bret Hart as his lieutenant governor.
I think even as kids, we were all going, "What the?"
Well, anybody
Mate.
can be a politician.
Brett, you're close to Minnesota. Even though you're from Canada, you got some advice?
I just, in my mind, I like to visualize him like getting like him at any kind of Minnesota state legislator meeting being like, well, I don't know, Mean Gene, but I think we need to listen to what Hulk Hogan has to say. He's a good guy. Like just like doing his commentary riff
Yeah.
for just life.
Just getting
All
up,
right.
cutting a promo on like the city council or something.
Listen here, Alderman. You think you got? All right. So January 7th, which this one's a throwaway, but it was an event that happened. And that's all. That's the name of the game. President Bill Clinton impeachment trial begins in the U.S. Senate after the House voted to impeach him for lying about the affair with Monica Lewinsky. He was acquitted in the Senate on February 12th. So that's, again, a historical thing of note. Why is my mic being so weird? We're just going to crank up the headphones there. February 16th. CAC, you may remember this. TJ, I don't think you care. OJ Simpson sells back his Heisman for $230,000 to help settle like a $3 million lawsuit.
When was the O.J. Simpson trial? Because I know that was early '90s though, wasn't
That
it?
way 92 or 93.
Yeah,
Because
'Cause
I
I
watched,
remember
I
us-
watched the chase
yeah.
live.
I remember us making fun of the whole trial, like for the longest
We did,
time.
but it was because of a movie with damn it. It was like a spoof of Pulp Fiction with a jury trial. I don't remember it. I'll have to look that up. Speaking of jury trials and juries, March 26th. This is going to take you back. A Michigan jury finds Jack Kevorkian guilty of second-degree murder for basically lethal injection. Some guy said, "I don't want to live no more." And Jack Kevorkian said, "I've got the chemicals that can make that happen." And he was convicted of second-degree murder. Here's one. This is going to blow your mind. March 29th, 1999, the Dow Jones, for the first time ever, goes over 10,000. I think we closed out at 30,000 somewhat today. So that was give you a... Now, actually, you know what? I'm saving this one for last because it's April 7th, but it's so obscure, and I know everyone remembers it. All right, March 8th. Supreme Court of the United States upholds the verdict on Timothy McVeigh in the Oklahoma City bombing. He did appeal twice. and he was shot down and then destroyed. Big one here, March 28th, 1999. Stone Cold Steve Austin beats The Rock at WrestleMania. This was in the merge of the Attitude Era. Right after that, May 3rd in Oklahoma City, we had the Oklahoma City tornado outbreak, which was devastating. More Oklahoma City Norman, which actually, as of right now, holds the record for the fastest tornado speed recorded in U.S. history, which is 299 miles per hour in Moore, Oklahoma, which I had family there too. TJ knows those family. And so, like, anything that happens in Oklahoma City is like, yeah, I consider Arkansas. In many ways, I do. No, this one is significant because Nancy Mace becomes the first female cadet to graduate the Citadel in South Carolina. How did that work out for her? Well, she is now a United States congressman.
Oh.
She went from honor duty to liar. I'm sorry. That was rude. I apologize. Moving on. She's a Republican, by the way. I told you I hit them both sides. I hit both sides. I'll always hit both sides. Nancy May, she's a Republican. Jared, he took a shot at a Republican. Yes, he did. Because she's a not nice person.
Take that, police! Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Damn.
Oh, try it again. And 3, 2, 1.
Crap! Take that, police!
We'll
Sorry.
edit and post.
Yeah.
Post is great. July 22nd, 1999, the first version, and this changed my life, y'all. This changed my life. The first version of MSN Messenger came out, released by Microsoft. Who remembers that? I know Cat does, and I know I do, because we talked frequently, and several of his previous friends that were ladies that I liked, which were a lot younger than me at the time, now that I think about it. I was like, hey, she's cute. She's got a friend. I don't know what he said at the time. And by the way, because the internet was so like those days, a lot of those messages that I sent to him were in my dad's house in his garage, which was enclosed at that time and was a t-shirt shop. Because I would say things like, Dad, my internet's messing up. Can I come over to your house? And he didn't understand any of what that meant. So I just roll over there and be like, well, we got the internet here blazing, 1G speed.
But it never felt slow. It never felt slow back in the day.
No, it didn't.
Compared to now, it does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spoiled. So we're spoiled now.
Also on July 22nd, Woodstock 1999, we already talked about. July 25th, Lance Armstrong wins the first Tour de France with only one testicle. We later found out. July 27th, Tony Hawk, first skateboarder ever to land a 900, which I watched live, actually. I remember watching that because this is one of the years that ESPN was like, we should cover skateboarders and bikers. And somebody probably said no, and they were like, all right, fine, we're going to make the X Games. So I remember watching that. It's a big one, TJ. Big one, TJ. September 7th, Viacom and CBS. This is a big one, TJ. Viacom and CBS decide to have sex. They merge. And well, there you go. That's the modern format for what we have right now as far as anything Paramount goes. Here's one for me, and TJ will also hate this one. September 9th, Sega introduces Dreamcast in the USA, and I'm quite certain I'm the only one that had one. NFL
Brother.
2K, baby.
Brother, can I let you a secret?
Please do.
I also had a Dreamcast.
Oh, was NFL 2K? Wasn't it great?
I played as the Rams because I loved Kurt Warner and Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce.
I was still the Broncos because I'm always the Broncos because I love the Broncos. But like I created players and like you could create linemen. Like he's 6'9", 7,000 pounds, and he was a slender looking Air Force looking dude. It's like. I think he'd be larger than that, but he never was. October 9th. This is cool. October 9th, 1999, the last flight ever of the U.S. Lockheed Martin SR-71 Blackbird. The only plane that gets my dick hard. I'm sorry. It's zooming. It goes really fast. If you like going really fast, hop on it. November 6th, Australians vote to keep British Try that again. November 6th, the Australians vote to keep the British monarch as the head of state for Australia, which is what we know now, even though Australia is an independent city-state, country-state, whatever you want to call it. They still recognize the Queen, or well, in this case, as of what time is it? 10. So in just 5 hours from now, we will have a new king of the UK, which is kind of cool. November 11th, last upside down date until January 1st, 6000. I don't get that, so we'll go on. Here's one we all forgot. December 1st, Jay-Z stabs a record executive named Lance Rivera at a New York nightclub.
Oh my
Who
God.
else forgot about that?
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah.
TJ
Yeah,
clearly
there was a
knew
big
it was a
thing.
thing. TJ strikes me as a Jay-Z scholar.
TJ was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, he stabbed him.
Mhm.
He stabbed him.
Yeah, I've written books on the subject.
TJ's just like, Lance rolled in there, man. He's like, he's asking for a fight, you know, and then Jay comes out and he's like, man, you.
In 99, Jay-Z also had a song come out that was like, can I get a what? He's just talking about having sex with people. Good for
Which
him.
is exactly what he said when he stabbed Lance Rivera.
It's all covered
right.
in chapter 37
All right.
of my latest novel.
Well, TJ, I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that, because let's now move to chapter 3 of your saga. And I know you know this well. Are you ready? TJ, are you ready? TJ can speak personally to this. It affected a lot of Americans. It did not affect me. It did not affect anyone else I knew except TJ. Because TJ got a piece of paper in the mail. And that
No.
was the
There's no
Recording
paper in the
Industry of
mail.
America Association of America files a lawsuit against Napster. And Metallica, the band I love, sued TJ.
Yeah, so there was no actual paper in the mail. There was no actual lawsuit. What it
Guy
was is
came
I
to your
logged
house.
into Napster. I logged into Napster, or I tried to log into Napster, and it gives a pop-up, and it says like,
You fired, bro.
like you've been banned from Napster for having Metallica songs or something. And I'm like, well, the funny thing is like I didn't steal those songs. I didn't download them illegally. I had the physical CDs that I transferred to MP3 so that I can listen to on the computer. I just also happen to have Napster.
What did the Recording Industry Association of America buy TJ's saying? No.
Well,
they
the
didn't.
funny thing, like Lars, like stands up in front of Congress or somewhere. I don't know where he was, and he holds up like this big, like you remember those dot matrix printers?
Yeah, it's
I
a
wanna
pre-
say
it's
it
a
was-
press
I wanna
conference in
s-
front of San Francisco.
Yeah, I want to say it was like like a printout from one of those dot matrix printers where all the pages are attached to each other, and it's like all these people have Metallica songs on Napster or something, and I'm like, Metallica has my name on a list. Oh. It's one of those things where you kind of hope that it's kind of like the ending to was it Jay and Silent Bob, where they get all the money and they go to everyone's house and beat them up for making bad reviews of the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
It's like I just hope Metallica, because they already have the money, they just happen to come to like my house and beat me up or something for having their songs.
All right, so December 30, 2 for December 31st. Now this one seems relatively insignificant because, like, I know you've never heard of these two people. December 31st, 1999, Boris Yeltsin resigns as Prime Minister of Russia, and some goofball, Vladimir Putin, becomes acting president. December 31st, 1999.
So the world did end.
Haven't heard of that guy since, have we? Last thing, and this is one I feel like this is where the US effed up, man. December 31st, 1999, control of the Panama Canal reverts back to Panama. We built it, we controlled it, we did all this shit. Panama. I can feel the heat between my legs rising up. All right, hey, that's 1999. There you go.
I appreciate. I didn't sing it, but I appreciate that TJ then Jared. We all went to the same spot when the word Panama got mentioned.
Because it's a song about.
Panama.
Panama. It just didn't make sense. It just didn't make sense if they were like Costa Rica,
Panama.
Ecuador.
All right. Well, you know the Beach Boys kind of did that, right? With Aruba, Jamaica.
By the way, do you know that like how many places are fake in that song?
No, I don't. But it's
Kokomo,
Kokomo.
that's it.
It's Kokomo. Well, then how the hell
Which
they
is
gonna
in
take me to a
Indiana.
place?
They were like in the islands somewhere, and they're like, "Let's go back to Indiana, I guess, where there's fucking snow."
They were gonna take me down to a place called Kokomo, Jared. How can it
Which is-
not exist?
Well, it does exist. It's just in Indiana, and there's snow.
Well, that's
Let's
not
go to
fun.
the islands. We've ran out of cash. Our passport has expired. Back to Indiana to Kokomo.
So I love
And-
Sega. I love Sega Dreamcast. I had NFL 2K. I had Crazy Taxi. I had there was Sonic. The first Sonic RPG was on it. Sonic Adventures.
Yeah, it was. I didn't have it, but I remember.
I played the crap out of that. I like the little digital rumble pack because in Sonic Adventure, when you captured the chaos things, they would like show up in the screen. So it's basically like you had a Tamagotchi and you were playing an advanced platforming new gaming system that lasted for 3 years before being discontinued in a blaze of glory. But the
Down in a blaze of glory. Also in 1991.
the iconic game from 99 that I didn't even have a PlayStation, but Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Somehow
yeah.
everyone that ever had a copy of it, I would just instinctively go and play it. And I feel like as the years went on, I understood why. And it's because deep down, and TJ, Jared, I don't know if either one of you have this deep-seated feeling within you as well. I think I just like ska music. I think I just liked ska
I did
music.
a 900 before Tony Hawk ever did a 900. With ska music in the background, breaking through windows and jumping off 20 foot out of things.
Funny thing was, he wasn't trying to do it. It just kind of happened when he accidentally stepped on a skateboard.
Weirdest thing.
But then, yeah, like I remember, like I was like, I love, I'm your Superman, like I was like, I love ska music, and then that song came on, Basketball, and I was like, dear God, I found the thing I love the most, the creators of South Park. Doing a movie that I come to find out later in life that they hated and resented every aspect of it.
Yeah, they didn't set out to try to be actors.
They hated everything. I thought it was their movie. It turns out it was not their movie, and they hated everything about it, and they don't like to talk about basketball, and it almost looked like they're visibly pissed off when people ask them about basketball.
Probably had to do something with them, like, you know, making out with each other.
Well, yes, they did kiss, but they don't strike me as people that have a feeling one way or the other about that, because before Basketball they did a movie called Orgasmo.
Okay.
And Trey Parker's character there is, he doesn't understand it at the time, is homosexual.
I don't know, but I want to eat that worm.
The 99s.
That worm looks lovely.
Yeah. TJ, any closing thoughts?
Oh, Panama.
Good night, everyone.
Wait. Not. By popular request, and by that I mean my brother, we're saying good night, but we're also asking a question, Jared. And it's this simple question.
My friends say I should act my age. What's my age again? What's my age again?